Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about the front-end problem of a lot of creators that actually experience in my niche, right? So my niche is all about basically helping creators who are stuck between 3 and 10,000 per month, euros or dollars, overcome their obstacles, right? Find out what exactly are their bottlenecks. Throughout my content, of course, fix them, and then of course scale to 25, 30, 40, 50, even 100,000 per month just from fixing bottlenecks. So before we actually get into the video, which is escaping the content treadmill, I'm going to talk about just briefly about my offer, what exactly I do, why I do it, and how you can actually get help from me. So what we do is we help established creators and coaches make more from the audience, leads, and customers that they already have, right? Without that extra content, followers, or ad spend, by basically finding and doubling their highest leverage profit drivers in their business. So who is it for? It's basically for coaches and creators who are stuck between $3,000 to $10,000 or euros per month. They're selling coaching courses or any digital products. They have engaged audience, at least 1,000 followers or an email list. They are ready to take direction and operate at the higher standards. And who is it not for? So it's not for beginners, right? It's not for people who are starting out and have no sales yet. They have no proof of concept, no offer, no messaging, no framing, nothing, right? They just start butt naked. This is not for them. It's not for the people who are unwilling to implement small but high impact changes. It's not for the people who are chasing more posting instead of fixing bottlenecks. It's not for people who are looking for quick hacks or hands-off magic buttons. And we basically do it. We fix your whole business in 3 phases. First of all, we get some momentum going, so we basically have a quick win. It's a cash injection, so you get some of your ROI back right within the first 7 days. Then we start working on your backend and your front end together with a lot of systems, a lot of lead generation, and fix, of course, your lifetime value and the long-term scaling, which is all about hitting those 6 figures that you want. So, and proof it works, of course, right? My constant works. I run a 48-hour profit patch where I basically find and fix one leak in your funnel completely for free. If you want it, you can DM me patch on Instagram or just comment it down below here. And of course, I will send you a link to your email or to your DMs that just goes over what exactly your funnel is missing, what you can improve, and how's your future looking like, right? So now let's get into the video, which is all about the content treadmill. And what exactly is the content treadmill? So it's a lot of creators actually are using basically a lot of creators in my niche have this one limiting belief that they need to post more in order to get more clients, to convert more, to get more lead flow. And it all comes down to, posting, getting sales, then not getting any sales because they have stopped posting, they feel guilt, they start DMing, and they just join the same cycle again. It just creates this negative feedback loop that reinforces that posting is all they need to do. And if they skip, they basically get no income and they just force themselves to be on this treadmill, right? So that's you, literally you running on this treadmill trying to actually make more money. So how do you actually escape the content treadmill? And the answer is very simple. You need to actually invest into your actual business. You need to realize that in order for you to grow, you need to take a step back. You need to actually do some reverse engineering and you need to realize why exactly you're stuck here, why you're stuck on posting more content. It's all because you're missing a very fundamental asset. It's your backend. Your backend is so important to any business that is actually trying to leverage info products, especially when you're trying to increase the lifetime value of your customers. And a lot of creators don't do that, right? They try to have a front-end offer that's a high ticket offer, maybe 3,000, 4,000 offer. Ideally, if you're actually someone who has a lot of value, and that's it. And that's honestly one of the biggest mistakes. If you actually understand and learn how to leverage your backend for the correct way, you have so much potential just by putting even like a very low ticket backend could actually help you make so much more ROI within the first month, just because you're testing things out. But so, listen, if your income depends on how much content you post today, you honestly don't have a business, right? What you have is just a treadmill and you're running on it 24/7. If you don't post for a week, your DMs just dry. You have no traffic, no leads, and nothing goes on. If you skip a day, your income dips. And if you go on vacation, it's game over, right? You feel guilty because you know sales will die the moment that you stop investing into your posts, right? And so The truth is that nobody tells you. Truth is that nobody tells you posting more doesn't make you rich. It makes you miserable. Makes you look like you're not earning it by working so hard. But in reality, you can actually leverage backend and you can work 10 times less and earn 10 times more just because you have systems, right, in the back, leveraging all of what I just said. So traffic first gurus, and I mean all of these funnel bros today, a lot of actually digital marketing kids like me talk about lead generation, front-end marketing, front-end, everything, right? It's all about front-end. You just need more followers, bro. But what happens when you get them, right? What happens then? Think about it. You basically dump them into the same leaky funnel, into the same leaky bucket. Nothing changes. You still probably convert 20% of all of the traffic that you're getting. You're just converting more of it because you have more lead flow, right? It all makes sense. If you actually start fixing your backend, your leaky bucket, you will start having higher conversions. Thus, you will start earning much more per the lead that you already have. It makes so much sense when you think about it, and it's not that hard to understand. Fundamentally, this is what a lot of creators are missing. And this is why I'm here. This is why I'm teaching this, right? So, again, you have a leaky funnel, the same front-end offer, and the same hamster wheel, and the same treadmill. That's it, right? It's not a traffic problem. It's all about a backend problem that you have. Again, front end, you get the traffic and everything just goes back down, right? Because again, you have a leaky funnel, you have something happening down and everybody's just going out. So what you need to do is you need to find the middle ground between front end and back end and leverage it. This is where you basically have the back end and you leverage it together. You unite them, right? Because without traffic, your backend is silent, and without backend, your front end is just entertainment, right? You don't actually make any money. You don't. That's it. That's how it goes, right? And so let's be real about this, because most of you are convinced that you just need more traffic or more followers or just more content or more whatever, right? Always have these limiting self-beliefs that just trying to reinforce it every time that you see another creator. Oh, he just has more traffic than me. Oh, he's just getting more traffic by me, not me. Like everybody, and I honestly know a lot of creators that think that way. If I only had 50,000 followers instead of 5, then everything would be fixed. Honestly, is that real? Like, just ask yourself, are you just coping, or is it something that works? I mean, yeah, of course, it's better to have 50,000 followers than 5, but is this the main reason why you're not making as much as you wanted to? Is this the main reason why you're stuck at 3,000 to 10,000 per month? No, it's not, and I'm going to tell you why. But I've literally seen people, and I'm not even kidding, right, with 50,000 followers and more. Right? 50 is not that much, but if you're in a good niche, it's amazing. You can print so much money. Stuck at the same 5,000 months. And they were in a very good market. It was in a very good market. They had buying power. They had interest. They had a very good offer. And they had a lot of... And it was a growing market as well. But because they didn't know how to leverage their backend, they were missing so much conversion. They were missing so much upsells. That's it, right? It's so simple. While creators with literally 1,000 followers, and of course the market is very important, they are in a very good market, a lot of interest, a really good offer, social proof authority, everything is there, and they managed to scale up to 20 and 30 months. Imagine, because they just know what to do. They know how to leverage their authority and their backends. So it clearly has nothing to do with traffic, first of all, right? And everything to do with backend. Because, and again, I'm going to explain it very fundamentally, very in layman's terms. If your pipe is leaky, it doesn't matter how much water you put in. You're still losing most of it before it even reaches the bucket, right? That's it. That's your business right now. A lot of holes, a lot of customers, and you're just trying to increase this. You're trying to pour more water into a leaky butter. So again, at the end of the day, nothing is going to change. Your conversion rates aren't going to increase. You might make more money, but you will just come to hate yourself for how much content you have to make. And what blows my mind is people still choose to keep pouring instead of fixing the leaks. And this is why you keep living on a treadmill. Because without a backend, every single client is just a one-night stand. And I'm not even kidding. They pay you once and they vanish, right? No retention, no ascension, no upsell, nothing, right? Which means every month you start from scratch again. That's why you get the stupid income swings. One month is 10,000, the next one is 2,000, and you realize, oh, I'm about to go broke. I'm not going to make this month, and you try your hardest. Then you go up to 10,000, then you drop back to 2,000, and you have this consistency, right? Because you're relying on one thing, and it's your traffic. So now you convince yourself the only way out is to just grind harder, post more, go viral, and everything in between. When in reality, posting more doesn't make you rich. It makes you tired and hate yourself and burn out. Because if your backend is broken, then more traffic, again, just amplifies this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get it into your mind, into your brain, right? I'm trying to override your limiting beliefs that traffic is not the answer to your problems. It's basically putting gasoline onto the tops. Okay, I'm done with all this. I think I'm kind of spamming it at this point. But without a backend, every client is one night stand, right? It's what I'm telling you. Your income swings like a roller coaster. You're stuck grinding out content forever just to keep the lights on. So now with a backend, right? With a backend, you make every client worth 2 to 3 times more with upsells, retention, renewals, backend offers, everything, right? Everything together, emails. You keep getting paid even if you don't post for a week, because again, you have email with the upsells, you have so much more going on the back because you provide value. And of course, if you're a good creator, if you know what you're doing, if you actually provide a bunch of value, people will want to buy more from you. So it's just so natural for you to have the next natural step, which is an upsell, right? Or maybe to join a subscription-based model community. Now, one client isn't worth one, they're worth now one client isn't worth 1x, they actually worth 2 to 3 times more, because you've got upsells, backend offers, renewals, and retention flows that make sure clients stick and pay again. You've got email and DM nurture that keeps conversions going even when you're not posting. And this is where people start making predictable money without living inside Instagram 24/7. Of course, this plus data, right? All this combined with data is going to make you explode, right? Like imagine you're at 5,000 per month right now, euros and dollars daily. If you just patched one leak by adding, for example, a $97 order bump, right? If you don't know what an order bump is, it's basically at the checkout page, if you're selling a low ticket item or a mid ticket offer, once somebody's going to buy, they are presented this upsell, which basically complements the offer that they're buying. So it's just a one-click simple add-on that they do before they buy the initial offer that they opted in for. And you basically increase your average order value that way. It's very simple, works like 20 to 30%. People buy that, add it. As of course the pricing is big, but yeah, it works so good. Or if you run a 48 promo or threw in a 500 upsell after they buy something, right? You could literally add 2 to 3 to your month without posting once. So now it's honestly all about leveraging your backend. So core offer, right? It might be your high ticket offer, your one-on-one coaching. Then once they actually join your, buyer list, you're getting them something, right? You do a flash promo on their email list. Once you actually do, you send the welcome sequence, and then you do a quick flash promo, and then of course you do an order bump, right? So just like that, you increase the average order value and the lifetime value. Well, that's fucking leverage, right? That's what actually scales you long term. So if you're still telling yourself I can stop posting or my income will dip, then it's very simple. It's very simple. You don't have a business, you have a treadmill. And you can run on that thing forever if you want. But don't be surprised when you're still stuck at 3 to 10,000 per month from a year now, for a year from now, right? Because the only way out is focusing on your backend. The backend is what makes you a business owner instead of a hustler. The backend is what lets you scale to 20 to 50 months without posting like a madman. And until you accept that, you're always going to be trapped in this loop. More content, more sales, more burnout, more chaos, right? It's all about that. So yeah, learn to leverage the backend, right? Super important, right? I'm going to be making more videos about how to create offers, what exactly you need if you're getting into that. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you like this video. I know this is very valuable for you guys. Leave any comments, if you have any questions, make sure to DM me on Instagram. I have it linked down below. Go to my VSL funnel, watch the VSL, maybe apply for a call with me. We'll go over your funnel. If it works out, I will tell you if it can work. If no, I will of course try to provide you in the best direction, give you a lot of resources. Just keep watching my videos, try to learn a lot from them, and I promise you, you will start reaching those record-breaking months. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.